After I teamed up with an Grow a Garden has a map. After I teamed up with an admin in Grow a Garden to help hunt down hackers and ban them, we were slowly healing the game. Then he decided to give me admin for 1 week, and so I got straight to work. At first I didn't know what to do, so I started to test out what powers I had. And boy oh boy were there a lot of them. So I went ahead and spawned the rarest. Grow a Garden has a map. This is the new best pet in the game. Long ago, the two nations lived together in harmony. I got a secret ad. It's another day in Grow a Garden, but today I had a plan. As I was playing Steal a Brain, there's a new overpowered pet. Today I have a challenge. As I spawned in to steal a brain. Today I wanted to find. I just found a glitch in Dead Rails that makes you invincible. First you need to get some armor, then buy a lot more armor. Then reset, and once your teammate picks you back up, put on the new armor, then pick up your old loot. Then repeat about 10 more times. To put this glitch to the test, I went ahead and made a stop by the castle, a true test of my power. Once I entered, the werewolves and vampires started to attack me with full force, but not a single damage was taken. All it did was tickle me. More and more kept coming, but I just walked it off like nothing was happening. So I went ahead and started to collect my free loot. It was just too easy for me. I even went to the lab to test how invincible I was, and to no surprise, the zombies did absolutely nothing. They were just like little ants to me. So I squashed them with lightning. This glitch was just too powerful. It made me feel like I was playing with God mode on. I needed someone as strong as myself to take on. So I pulled up to the Outlaws' town and asked to see Nikola Tesla, but they didn't want to talk. All they did was light me up with bullets, but I didn't care. My aura was just too much for them to handle. "Bring me Tesla," I yelled. Then bam, here he comes trying his best to take me out. But no matter how hard he tried, he couldn't. Instead, he accidentally struck his own outlaws with lightning, and it seemed like he did more damage to himself than me. How does it feel to fight someone more powerful than you, Tesla? I'm on top of your head, and you can't do anything about it. He kept coming back for more, but nothing worked. I just kept tanking each and every last one of his hits. To me, it felt like we were playing pat a cake. But eventually I got tired, so "No! You better stop right now. My dad owns Roblox. He will ban you." This all began as I made my way towards the trading post. I met my teammate, Tung 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 Sahur. I noticed he had his eyes on the gold, so I asked if I could sell it, but he refused to share. He had ran off with our only money to buy coal for the train, so I grabbed whatever I could to get this thing rolling. Even though it wasn't much, I made it work. But then that's when I saw something strange in the distance. It was Tung 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 Sahur. Wait, what is that noise? Do you guys hear that? It was a trap! Tung 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 Sahur had used the gold to buy dynamite. How could you do this to me? I won't let you get away with this, boy. But he didn't care. He just strapped me up on the wagon, then brought me to his shed. I was stuck with nowhere to run. He lit me up. Then he whipped out the torch, lighting up all the dynamite. "You better stop right now. My dad owns Roblox. He will ban you." Ah! Wait, where am I? I just got blasted so hard, I teleported out. Yes, freedom at last! I saw that night as an opportunity to escape. So in the morning I got myself a horse and went to a nearby town. Tung 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 Sahur had stole the train, but I found something that could help me take it back. I knew his arrival would be soon, so I waited for him to pass. Then it was time to shine. I dropped the dynamite on the ground, then used my free camera to pick it up. It was time for Tung 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 Sahur to get a taste of his own medicine. I wanted to make sure he wouldn't be able to escape, just like he did to me. So quickly I lit the dynamite using the furnace. Then the boy noticed, so he started to run away, but I caught up, then squashed him like a fly. But I didn't feel satisfied. After all that he put me through, it wasn't enough. So I decided to give him one more surprise. I pulled out my good old trusty arm forged by lightning from the gods. I had to charge it up to make sure the impact would be permanent. This ought to teach Tung 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 Sahur a lesson to never mess with me again. No! You bet. After the werewolf nation defeated the zombies and took their land, Dead Rails has rumors of a Bigfoot on the loose. So me and my buddy Bob put on our hunting suits to blend in with the land and solve this mystery once and for all. But first, we stopped by the town to get some loot. We would need this to capture Bigfoot. Then we made our way towards this abandoned building. Now it was time to put this thing together. Once the trap was finally complete, I went ahead and placed some horse meat inside. It was bait to lure him into the dynamite. Then me and my boy Bob ran inside the cabin to barricade ourselves. We were going to wait here patiently for Bigfoot to arrive. So we sat near the window with our weapons drawn. Then out of nowhere, I saw some movement near the window. Quickly I ran outside to see what it was. And oh my great heavens, there it was, the Bigfoot in his natural habitat. Hurry Bob, come over and take a picture. I went in to get a closer look at the beast as it was eating the horse. But then I made too much noise and it started to come after me. Little did this stinky monster know I had a plan. I made him follow me up the ladder. He thought I was trapped. But then quickly, I jumped down, landing on top of the saddle, then closed the gate, capturing Bigfoot inside with nowhere to go. But that's when I realized I had forgot the torch. He picked it up and used it to light the dynamite, then escaped from the trap. Get back here, boy, I wasn't done with you yet. Get away from Bob before I cap you. No! How could you do that to my precious boyo? I tried to save him, but it was too late. Bigfoot dragged his lifeless body across the ground into the darkness. But I didn't let this stop me from tracking him down. I came across a town with dead zombies, then that's when I saw him eating one of them, so quickly I whipped out my shovel and whacked him. Finally, I had him tied up, but that's when I realized it was just a man wearing a suit. I told him to take off the costume. Then when I turned around, it was a familiar face. It was Kevin. I couldn't believe Kevin had taken Bob away from me, so I locked him up. Though sadly, it looked like we couldn't catch Bigfoot today. Dead Rails has rumors of a Bigfoot on the loose, so me and my buddy Bob, the devs gave me a special ability-free camera. As I and my teammate Theodore entered the laboratory, he wanted to show me something he found. It seemed to be some portal-looking object thingy McBob called the Strange Machine. Whatever it was, it made Theodore a jolly old boyo. We were gonna find a way to activate it, so I collected everything we would need to start it. But first I had to take out all the zombies in order to get our last item. Bro! What are you doing up there? Come down and help me, boyo! I still managed to take them all out, no thanks to Theodore, and now it was time to start the portal. But first, Theodore wanted to show me this egg he found. He said it was for me. The new Dead Rails update has hidden secret Easter eggs, so I went on a mission to put together all the clues and solve the secrets. My first stop was at the Sterling City, a place full with mystery. This was when I discovered my first clue. It looked like some sort of eye and a knife. Using my detective skills, I figured the jade mask would be useful, but as I was leaving the caves, I noticed an object on top of the church. I couldn't quite see what it was, so I parkoured my way up using the werewolf class mobility. Then that's when I realized what it was, another clue. A map leading me to the unknown. I made my way towards the lab to gather some more items that I was going to need in order to solve this mystery. As I was leaving, an outlaw tried to attack me on a unicorn. That's when I realized I might need this in order to summon the UFO. Then I made my way to the mansion to get my last rare item, the knife from the clue. Once I reached the final destination, I followed the map in the direction it told me to go. Then bam! There it was, the Great Pyramid of Giza! So finally with the jade mask, vampire knife, Nikola Tesla head, lightning rod, and the unicorn, I get the sought-after UFO achievement. Oh wow! What is that? Oh my god! The UFO is here and it's come from my precious Nikola Tesla. Wait, what? What is it doing? It's taking a deuce on my hard work. Oh, never mind, they are just eggs. I thought I was going to have to fight the UFO in bed. Oh, now she's leaving. Later, sweet cheeks. Where you think you are going, unicorn? All that hard work for that? I'm tired of this disrespect. I'm breaking my back for these videos. It's time I get what I deserve. You are next, Rico!